It's the X-Men versus the Avengers, but it's a little different this time around. Hey everybody, welcome to Comic Universe, only nerd-centric community in your life. DPZ rolling not solo.
That's right, we're back.
Yep, and we're back with Panel to Panel in the epic X-Men Dark Avengers Event Utopia. This, as an X-Men fan, X-Men fans, I should say,
Absolutely.
this was probably one of the better events for X-Men we've had in a while, and considering how well Marvel's been treating the X-Men, thanks.
Well, I think it's getting back on track at this point in time.
Yeah, but after so long, and yeah. So,
especially just after when that comic came out. From that point on, it was downhill. And
yeah.
Just now, especially now that they're getting the rights back, it's starting to kind of go back up.
Yeah, so, Dubs, what did you think of Utopia?
Great read. It is, basically, it really is what the X-Men was meant to be. It's always been an analog for racism, prejudice, and even, especially nowadays, it reigns so true on, how we perceive other people. Mikey, don't get into space.
Yeah. It's actually kind of funny you mention that, is that I actually started reading this comic right after the events of Charlottesville.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so this really was, like, a lot
Fresh.
fresh. So it was like, damn, this really hits home.
Yeah. I mean, the story itself is pretty good. We get to see a lot of who these characters really are, especially Cyclops at this time.
This shows of why Cyclops is the leader of the X-Men.
Yeah, and listen, Cyclops is someone who has had lots of trials and tribulations in his life, in his run. To be honest with you, for me, he was like the secondary Boy Scout in comics for many years as a 90s X-Men fan. I love this costume, but I did not like him, especially from the X-Men cartoon. And my boy being Wolverine, I was like, this chump, man, like, Jean needs to be with Logan. Get this chump out of here. But this, if you were not a Cyclops fan, I can definitely see you jumping on board at this point in time. Now, where he goes from here, that's a different story. But at this point in time, he's badass.
Yeah. Now, for the story is that there has been a riot that occurred in San Francisco, which at the time was the new home of the X-Men. And what had happened was that this guy who was who was like a builder of Sentinels had formed almost like an anti-mutant group to have a protest against mutants. And shit happened. It started a fight, and keep in mind the Avengers are not around. It's the Dark Avengers. Norman Osborn is in power. Yeah, because having a guy with just business skills and also having a nefarious past can totally get you apart in politics, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So again,
it's funny though too, because a lot of the analogs that you get with that and Osborn in this is a lot of the analogs I have with Lex Luthor and his politic run too, and even now Kingpin too. It's like, come on, man, this guy's a notorious criminal. It's just not only in comics could the most notorious of criminals become the president or the mayor or governor. It's like, come on.
And now it's real life.
Yeah, it's shit. Maybe we live in a freaking comic. Maybe we're not in a computer program. We're actually freaking pages in a comic book. Freaking crazy.
We're making you think here on YOUniverse.
I'm telling you.
But yeah, so basically the Dark Avengers are called in, and now mutants are backed against the wall, and it's getting worse. So Cyclops is on a collision course with Osborn and his Dark Avengers, and yeah, this reminds you of the X-Men, of why the X-Men
were number one for many years. I mean, they were the biggest thing in comic books for many years.
And what I like about this, because we've had Avengers and Dark Avengers clash. I mean, obviously after this it would be Avengers versus X-Men, and again Avengers versus X-Men versus mutant humans.
Such hatred. I don't understand it.
I can't imagine why. But this is one of those times where the X-Men are in the right and are not seen as villains. Thank you for that. Because Avengers versus X-Men. The X-Men were kind of in the right and the Avengers were in the way. Mm-hmm. I hate to say it, that's what happened.
And, a lot of times people can give the X-Men some gripes about, they're in the same universe as the Avengers and the Fantastic Four, especially when the Fantastic Four are considered to be loved. Okay, it's like, what's the difference? The difference is that they actually are humans that are better. They didn't have something that happened to them. They were just, I don't want to say they're better, but they were born enhanced. That's the hatred. So just, I hate when people go that route and just sort of like, oh, the X-Men, it doesn't make no sense why people hate them.
Yeah. And
It makes no sense why we hate people now.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, humans are just shitty.
Yes. Like, we suck. I mean, come on.
We're the human race. It's like we're genetically born to hate we accept hate more than love.
Right. And it was really interesting though also with this comic. Just my view is always looking at it and seeing Namor, Submariner, as having anything to do with this, and I'm just like, how is he not just ripped freaking Namor's head right off of his shoulders? How is he listening to this lesser person than him throughout any of it? And I'm just like, it frustrated me. That's the only downgrade I have to, because I just wanted to see that so bad.
Yeah, and keep in mind, the Dark Avengers had Sentry and the God of War, Ares, on their team, and how Scott, and he plays the long game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he slowly, like, figures out, okay, this is how we're going to beat Sentry, this is how we're going to beat Ares, and this is how we're going to beat Venom. So, yeah.
He breaks it down. I mean, again, like you said it best. It shows why he is the leader of the X-Men. It's really what it breaks down to.
That's what it is. And again, like, how he plans everything throughout this storyline, whereas everyone's like, is Scott going to do anything? And Scott's like, oh, I'm doing something.
Right. It's basically playing chess while the rest of them are playing checkers.
Yeah.
Is what's happening. And the artwork in the book is really good too. The run was really good. I did not read it in any other form other than the trade, so that was the way I was exposed to it. It was good.
Yeah, and also this is gonna sound really like heresy to you, especially, is like this shows of why I like Scott and Emma more than Scott and Jean.
Yeah, it is pretty heresy, but I don't mind Emma. She's fine. I did like the whole cheating mentally. That was kind of cool, whatnot. But anyway, Emma, I think in my opinion, has always been best as a bad guy, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So would you say this is a pull list, a borrow, or a look over?
Definitely go get this.
Yeah.
Like, if you're an X-Men fan, definitely.
Same here.
This is one of the best things to come out of the Dark Reign event.
Yeah.
I think this is why they wanted to do Dark Reign.
Yeah.
It's like,
overall, I didn't mind Dark Reign, but I agree, this is probably the best part of it.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you've read Utopia, just comment below, let us know what you thought of it.
Yeah, guys, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, guys. Be a part of our notification squad, and be part of Earth's Mightiest subscribers. And guys, and until next time,
see you once more in the universe.
peace.